Hello, everybody, and TGIF, happy Friday. We are back with episode, I think, 6 or 7 of the Indie Spotlight. Make sure that we're back tonight from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. with this episode of the Indie Spotlight featuring Siren'Ex. She is an R&B singer and a lyricist. And we also have Frankdabank, who is a rapper and a lyricist. Okay. We will be interviewing Siren'Ex first. You know what to do. Drop me a DM if you want to be on this vlog. I'm happy to announce that we are booked. Hey there. That we are booked for May 2021 and June 2021 and the first week of July 2021. Hello, everybody, and welcome for coming in. So if you want to be on the show anytime, let's say after the second week of July, after the second week of July, just hit me up in my DMs. So I ask you, so Siren, would you like to start your interview now? Or do you need a couple minutes? Hey there, Frank. Hey there, Siren. Hey there, Mr. Davis. So I'm going to invite you to the camera if you're ready.
Hello,
Hey,
how are you? Hi, how
hey,
are
how are
you?
you? Good, good. I like your hair.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. I'll have some questions to ask you. And
Sure.
how is your Friday going?
It's great so far. I can't complain, not at all.
Good, good. I listened to your music. Hold on, I'm sorry. I listened to your music and I like it. I think you
Thank you
have a
so
great voice.
much.
Yes. Uh, Um, so how did you come? So normally I ask normally first is how did you come up with your name?
Siren X,
Mm-hmm.
the definition of siren is basically a mythical creature, more so of a mermaid. It's like
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
uh in my mentality, the type of person I am, I feel like I'm a median, or
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I see things, I see things in my life before this has even happened. I seen it before it even happened. It's
Like
like,
you have premonitions
yes, I
almost.
have a very big mind of premonition. Like I see a lot of stuff. So, my
Mm-hmm.
mother always used to call me this siren, siren, siren. I'm like, what is it? So when I got older, I started looking it up and really getting in depth about what a siren is.
Mm-hmm.
They're singers, they have a song, all of
Mm-hmm.
that, and
Yeah,
it's therapeutic. And I really feel like that defined me. So I made my name Siren X.
that's awesome. I like that.
Yeah.
What area are you from?
Originally I'm from Santo Domingo, the Dominican
Okay.
Republic, originally.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a kind of military brat, so I was raised a little of everywhere.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Virginia, New York, DC, Philly. I've lived some of everywhere.
Okay. And is there somewhere where you're currently living in Philadelphia?
Philadelphia, yes, now.
Okay. Cool. Awesome. Awesome. Um, what inspires you to what inspires you to like do your music?
I'm going to be honest. My first album, Love versus Me, which is available on every platform known to man.
Okay.
um, it was more so of a album that came to me in a moment in the moment, like all the songs that I wrote there, they came from the moment. That's how I was feeling, that's what I was going through. Love versus Me is more of a, a album that's directly speaking about me, about my situation, about who I am, about what I've been through. Now, this new album I have coming out, this new EP I have coming out, on the 31st or the 30th of April. I have a new album. It's a new approach. It's a completely different EP. It's a me and a male accomplice feature. Of course, I told you we're doing a his her album. Uh,
Okay.
I don't really see that in the industry now, so I felt like it was a big need for it. He's a very
I don't see that
talented
much.
rapper. He raps very well. We sound excellent together, and everyone thinks so. And I
Mhm.
drive. We have a very good drive together. We work very good together, and yeah, I've really seen a vision for that. So yeah, and also I'm releasing my own EP. Um, and he's also releasing his own independent mixtape.
So
Um,
you have a first, not to interrupt you, but so you have an album, and the name of your first album is
Love versus Me.
okay, Love versus Me, and that's available on all streaming
Everything,
platforms.
every streaming platform that is.
Isn't it so? So I like so it's like Spotify, Deezer,
Everything.
iTunes,
iTunes,
everything.
Apple Music, SoundCloud,
Sound
everything.
okay. Great, great. Um, and then you have an upcoming album, but this is like a duo album, right? With
Yes.
you and a rapper,
Yes,
or
it
is
is.
it a singer?
Yes,
A rapper.
it's a dual album.
Okay. Okay. And you said that's supposed to release on the 31st of May 2021? I mean of April
Yes.
2021.
April. Yes,
Okay.
April.
April. Okay. I want to make sure I get that right. And you'll
Yes,
be releasing
definitely.
that on all streaming platforms. And what's the name of that?
All streaming platform. Um, I don't want to release too much information on it yet. It's kind of
Oh
like
no,
a,
that's fine. Okay,
so
so
I
it's
don't,
kind of
it's
like
because it's
so
still
it's
a
kind
work
of
in
like top
process.
secret.
Yeah,
Okay, but they'll just know that it will be out
it
there.
will be
So
there.
they'll follow you at Siren'Ex.
Period.
Okay, cool, cool. Um what type of music do you do? Do you feel like you do like like what kind of like
When
style
we
or
get
like
into that type of talk, like the type of music that I do is very I can't put myself in a box because I started off
Mhm.
originally when I first became an artist, I was a rapper. I rap first.
Oh, okay.
Um, the rap industry to me, I'm not trying to be funny, but for females, it's
Mhm.
so generic. It's so, it's been
Mhm.
done so much, and it's challenging to be a female in the rap industry. And I commend any female who is out here that's grinding, that's getting it in this rap industry. I have nothing but respect for them because it is very challenging. It's
Mhm.
a different
Mhm.
element, when you're going up against these males who, they feel like we already have an advantage because, or if I call him a bitch, da 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 da, say anything to him, it's
Right.
okay. But if he say it to me, it's degrading, so he feel like, a lot of males don't like
Yeah.
to compete against you and things like that. So it's too much stereotypical shit, and I just don't have time
Yeah.
for that. I like my voice to be heard, I like my message to be received, and I like to be therapeutic to people who need to hear my sound and need to hear the message that I'm bringing to them. I've had someone to tell me not too long ago that they listened to my album and it soothed them all night long into their sleep. Like that's the whole point of being a siren. That's who we are. That's what my name
Yeah.
defines. So that's the type of music that I really make. I make soothing music. I don't really have a genre to call it. I could say it's neo soul because I can fit in the neo soul bracket because vocally I can go there. I can say
Mhm.
it's R&B and pop because I can fit into that bracket too because I write. I'm a songwriter, a writer, a musician. I play 12 instruments. I'm very musically inclined. So
Mhm.
I fit in a lot of different brackets. So I
Well,
can't
that
really
I
put
think
myself
that's
into
really
one.
interesting. I think that's really interesting. I think you have like a level of diversity,
Yeah.
you know.
Thank you so
And so
much.
you have a level of diversity. Sometimes I say that like I might have a blues influence, or I might have a jazz influence or something like that. But
Definitely.
it's weird that different genres of music have made another subgenre. So I think that's great.
Yes, it's an
Um,
I definitely think I have an alternative sound that
mhm,
it's so unique that it cannot be, put into one group.
right.
It's so unique.
That's good. I like that. I like diversity.
Also, I want to let you know that the young man I tell you that was my feature. I want to put it out there. His name
Okay.
is
Okay.
Quiz the God.
Okay. His name is Quick the God.
He's from
Okay.
Philadelphia. He's also
Mhm.
present. He's here.
Oh, okay.
Um,
I mean, if you want to bring them to the camera, I have
of
no
course,
problem.
of course.
Sure.
Quiz.
How you doing?
Hi, hello, Quiz the God. So you and Siren are making an album together, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and do you have an album or EP or LP out on Spotify right now, or out on all digital platforms now? No, not yet.
Nah,
So
that's all right.
this is what you guys are working towards. Okay, that's good. That's good. If you have any questions for me, or you have any if you want me to ask you any questions, you can always, just like sit down, come in. I don't mind it. I know that Instagram has like a joining thing, like where you can put like 2 or 3 people in. I haven't worked I haven't worked that yet, but I hope that I strive to learn that. What type of music do you do?
Me personally, like I do like therapy for me mostly. Like I speak
Hmm.
about my life and stuff through, experiences, stuff like that.
Do you rap or do you sing?
Yeah, right.
You rap. Okay, you rap. For every I know I don't see a lot of platforms that talk about this, but like I noticed that like rapping is hard to do, and it's like a multi-skill level, like a multi-skill level to be able to tell a story, to be able to write lyrics, be able to paint a picture to people, and also such a, what is it, it's such a relatable genre. That's why it's
Yeah.
so timeless and popular, and why it's so timeless and popular. It's like sometimes I compare it to like reading an urban audiobook
Yeah.
from somebody's perspective. Do you have a where can people like reach you to see like your stuff and what you've been working on? Do you have like a Facebook, Instagram?
Yeah, I do got an Instagram and all that. It's actually under construction right now. I'm putting more stuff together.
Okay.
Girl, I really want to be. So that's it.
Hmm.
Going on with that right now.
Okay. Okay. All right. Um, and are you originally from Philadelphia too?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, mm. So I can actually talk to both of you about how do you feel about you guys project that you guys made together?
Yeah, it's just I feel like the chemistry is right. You know,
Mm-hmm.
It's
it's
definitely a
it's not a lot of people that could just not really know each other on the music type, but then like click.
Mm-hmm. Click like
Yeah,
that. Oh, okay.
yeah,
All right. That's cool. It's like a piece of
vibe.
serendipity.
It's hard. Like when you're, everyone doesn't know how behind the music, like how it gets. Like, they hear it when you produce it, hear it when you hear it on the album, but it goes into being an artist. Few people really, really understand what. Like when we're in the studio together, it's like we have to be on a certain mindset to be able to click, to write together, to sound right together, listenable. To
Yeah,
hear it, and
I agree.
that's great.
Um, I know that like when I look at as being an artist, I know that how much time and effort and patience that it takes to create something to create something that is really good and very monumental.
Definitely.
Like it's like it's a lot. It looks like it's not a lot of time in it, but it takes a lot of time to do that.
But
So
one thing
I appreciate
about this
that.
team over here, we got it coming out. It comes out like fast. Like it hits hit after hit after hit after hit. It's like the connection is so good that we just produce hit after hit after hit. Everyone in here, it's like it sounds so good together. Like the chemistry is perfect. Like everyone said.
Awesome. I'm glad, and I'm glad to see that. I'm glad to see like young artists that are able to support each other because it's such it could sometimes it could be it's really competitive.
Definitely.
It's really competitive and everybody's battling each other and nobody's collaborating
Yeah.
and all that other type of stuff. So I'm glad to see that. I'm going to ask you, Siren, first. What is your best advice you would give somebody who is up and coming as an artist or in the music business? And then I'm going to ask, what's your name again? I'm sorry.
Quiz.
What's
yeah.
Quiz.
Quiz? Okay, Quiz the guy. Okay, so I'm going to ask you that question first, Siren, and then I'm going to ask Tim.
Um. Honestly, the best advice I would give: don't give up. Find what
Mm-hmm.
you find yourself. Find where you in on your own personal level, your own personal yourself. Become an artist. Because if you come out here a vision without without some at image that you want to be, you don't come out, then you're not going to have depth. You're not going to grow as an artist. You're not always an artist you are. So you stand for that, you know. If you can't stand for that, then you can't stand for anything.
Yes, I agree with that. I think that's something that a lot of young artists and developing artists um growth go through, and perfecting their own sound and stuff like that. I mean to say hello to everyone in the room, but while I'm conducting this. So now, Quiz, I wanted to ask you also, what is the best advice you would give an up and coming artist?
Me personally, I would say that the best thing you can do is be yourself and use the things that you've been through to be your strength, basically. Like, be your strength. Like, you can't have a job for nobody else. Like, you can't be trying to do it for nobody else. Like, you got to do it for yourself. Most, like, it'll come from there. Like, you do it mostly for yourself, and it'll come out exactly the way you picture it. Like, but I feel like if you busy trying to impress everybody else, you will fail in your own way. Like, for yourself, so it's not gonna, yeah.
I feel you. I feel like it does need that, like, sometimes music in the industry can lose integrity.
Yeah.
And that's like a good foundation to tell an artist that they should be doing it for themselves.
Yeah.
So tell me again about the project that you guys have coming up. You don't have to tell me the name of it, just about the project you have coming up and where the platforms is so that everybody can reach you. Because I noticed that when people think of, like, when people can't find, like, because we're in an age where we can get stuff so fast. If people can't find you within 2 clicks, it's like you just stop. I'm just like,
that's music catchy, because once they hear the first few little notes and they don't hear anything, they're turning it like that. You know? That's why it's good to come off, like, when you come off on a song, you come off strong. It's like hard to keep attention with social media and this and that and all of that.
Yeah,
very hard to keep attention. Definitely.
it is. So tell me your I try to make sure that I reiterate where people can find you and your music at again for new people that, like, just might have joined the stream.
I'm so in depth in this industry now. You can type Siren'Ex and everything will come up. Anything you want will come up.
Awesome. So just Siren'Ex and everything you want will come up. And you said that Quiz is working on all of his stuff.
He's a new artist. He's an up and coming artist. He's got the industry, and he's very talented. And I'm gonna let you know a little. I'm gonna say a little bit about that. I've had offers from blue checks, to do features. I've had offers from people that are already in it, already established. I've denied them, and the reason being is because I'm an artist that has very particular sound and originality and about uniqueness. I'm tired of hip hop being the same sound. Everyone wants to be future. Everyone wants to be, Young Thug. Everyone else. No one has a unique sound. Yeah. And when I heard his sound, knowing who he is as a person, because I also don't know, knowing him who he is as a person, it separates 2 different people. Right. And that to me is what makes me who I am. Because Serenity, who I am, and Siren'Ex is 2 different people. And him having that separation is what made me bond to him. It made me really cling to him. And I started to listen to the depths of, in order to be an artist, sometimes in reality, if you have never been through anything, if you've never endured anything, you can't put depth in your music. You're singing that you never ever experienced. Him, exactly. What he rapped, he lived. What he rapped, he been through. What he rapped is his drive. It really motivated, and it made us cling together. Like, our music sounds so good. He got a lot.
I actually agree with that. I not to cut in, but I actually, just to piggyback off that is the essence, like, of you making your music. I used to say to people that if you haven't second guessed your music career, then you really don't want it. You have to get to the point where you be like, why am I doing this?
is one of the hardest things to do because people don't understand.
Yeah.
This shit look good, but it costs. It's very cost.
Yes.
You know, I'm also
And you can tell when they don't when it doesn't. You can tell when somebody really paid for something. I said, all beats cannot be created equal.
yeah,
And
definitely.
and music stuff and music and studio production and the people that produce. Like you said, it is an investment.
And then we both are also parents. I'm a mother, of a little girl, and he has on, and it's like with all of that and all of life, so much that go on, able to still dedicate yourself to music. You don't understand how hard artists, especially indie artists, they don't have a record label to back them. It's not paying for these shows. It's not paying for these shows. This stuff is
Right.
expensive. And if you wanted to look on the same level as these people that's already on the industry, same money, this big
Right.
dog eat dog. They're not caring about, you struggling. They're not caring about you had a bad day. They don't care about nothing.
Right.
They don't want to hear that. It's too,
Exactly.
it's all the
They just want to jump in. I'm sorry. They just want to jump in after you have created everything you create. After you built your lyrical or musical castle, they're like, hey, let me come in and start paying the rent.
that. That's something else that I really feel that every artist should protect your craft, protect your art, protect what you produce, because if you do not, it will be stolen away from you. So easy. And it's so easy for it to be taken away. And what you produce and what you starve for, you need to legalize and legitimize everything that you do in this industry today, because it's not like it was back in Motown when the temptation. It's not no. Honestly, the industry has very much so lacked morality today. There's no more.
Yeah.
There's no more. I'm going to do right. I'm supposed to, but I need to get over, because it's all about.
Yeah.
That is artistry I don't want to get into.
When I do talk to people about music, and I normally tell them that it's 20% talent and 80% business.
Yeah.
Think about it as if you are running a corporate place. Most of the people that invest in music aren't even people that make music. They're just rich people.
Yeah.
And they're invested in music because it's like you become a product. I think what's also harder is now that artists are learning how to do a lot of things themselves and going independently, they're starting to understand like branding and endorsements and connecting, like being able to connect to a bigger entity but still staying independently, like on your own. Like knowing the role that, like, now that I looked at stuff, I didn't know the role that record companies and stuff played. As you said before, you have to actually experience it. When you experience getting turned down from a record label, or got experienced in something bad happening to you, all that does make you better. To me, it does make you better, and it took me a lot of times to learn that.
About my time to start, I was 16. I still because they would not offer me. They would not offer me on contract the right to creativity of my own music. Did a songwriter years old. There's no reason why someone should write for me. There's no reason why someone should create my sound. At 16, I already knew who I already knew what I did in the industry, and they weren't allowing me to get out of that contract.
Oh, okay. So in your contract, they didn't give you creative freedom, so they want to have everybody doing other things for you, and that wasn't right.
And it didn't make sense. And my mom did not. Just coming to America, it's like it's a different, it's more opportunity, definitely, but also a different type of people here. Just being honest, America, I love it, but it's just a completely different type of people here, and it's scary, when you come into this industry and you don't really know anyone, and you meet people and you try to work with people, and it's like it really does scare you. It really does. It terrifies you. It really does, because you don't who you're dealing with or what's going on.
Well, I normally call it capitalism by way of entertainment or music. And that's and that's something that, like, America is so big on. And if there was not an industry that was more the entertainment industry, music, acting, everything is the biggest capitalistic business like there is since they made movies or whatever else. And it's not a bad thing. People just have to learn how to work. They have to learn how to collaborate together and not worry about, do I like your music? Do I think this person's hot? I don't care if you don't think the person's hot. If they're independent, go work with them.
Definitely.
Go work with them.
Music is what you listen to. It has no color. It has no identity. It has none of that. So I don't care what you are, who you are. As long as you stand for something morally, I'm willing to work. Now, the type of person that I do not, that I refuse to work, is a person who does not show me, one, originality, uniqueness, or something who, just you can tell is not a good person morally. I cannot work with her. I just can't.
Yeah. I feel that we have to get back to having integrity, doing good business. So when I wanted to start this because I was like, it's so many people that do so many good things and so much good music and write so well, and nobody's putting a spotlight on them. And I'm like, why? Because I'm just like, why do we have to? I was like, could anyone like imagine if like the local scene actually like got tighter that it would make different things happen. Different platform and streams would have to function in a way because of that. And I agree with that. So getting back to the business of integrity in music is good, and being able to collaborate with your peers.
Definitely.
Collaborating with your peers and exposing them, and So I think that's a smart thing.
Everyone has an image. Everyone has a voice, seen and heard. It's an opportunity for everybody out here.
Hey, Tracy.
Changed. You know what I'm saying? The time has changed. It's not 1999 anymore. It's 2025. It's equal opportunity for everyone out there and get it. Yeah,
I agree. I wanted to ask you a question about, since COVID-19 happened, where do you see the future of live music and live performance? Because I know that's one of the hugest parts of music. It took such a big hit this year. Where do you see like the future of that going?
You know what? I have a personal vendetta with COVID-19. I missed serious show booking. I had a show with Trina, show with Moneybag Yo. I had numerous shows I was opening for 5 more times. I missed all that money. Like it was a time where I was just promoting my album. I needed that exposure. I feel like because of COVID-19, I'm not probably as seen or as popping as I should right now. But I'm getting there. I'm looking forward to getting there. But like because of COVID-19, oh my God, COVID-19 is a disaster.
So
I will say,
I'm sorry. Go ahead. So before, I know you're getting ready to join me in like a couple minutes, Frank, but I wanted to ask one more question before I left. Before I, in the interview, you were saying you were going to do a concert with Moneybag Yo and Trina.
Yeah, I had.
And COVID-19 did that. What year was this?
That was this year. I was supposed to for Trina on Christmas in Ohio.
You were supposed to open up for Trina in Ohio.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And it was canceled 19.
Oh, okay. So that was early this year?
December.
Oh, that was December 2020.
Well, it's not 2020 now. I forgot. 20.
Oh.
It is.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. That's like something that's a huge opportunity.
Yeah. I mean, I've worked with a lot of people, so see me, I'm not more so into who the artist is that I'm working with. It's more so of the fans, the audience for me. It's more so of the show for me, being Siren'Ex. Siren'Ex is who I love to. Siren'Ex is the favorite shirt I like to put on. Siren. Because when I put shirt and I become Siren'Ex, it's like I see my work in my craft. I see my work in my craft. I see young people come to me and say, I really love you. I really like it. It really got me through something. Dealing with this with my husband, and da 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 da, and it made our relationship stronger. You know, I really like the fact that that part of the industry is worth more than the money you ever paid me. That part
Awesome.
is worth anything that you could ever do for me, or any type of lucracy that I ever would receive from the music industry would never be equal to that
How
feeling
you make people feel.
when I know that I'm doing something for someone and making them feel something for my music.
That's awesome. So do you have any, so the last question is, do you have any merchandise for sale? The shirt, right? Is this on, so where can people get your merchandise?
Right now I'm working on getting the manufacturer to put my hoodies and my t-shirts on my business page. If you go to my Facebook and put in Sarah, on my Sarah_EX, the name right here. It will go to my business page on Facebook, and everything is up there. I have a personal assistant, Kian. She will handle all that for you. About it happen.
Awesome. Thanks. So now that I'm wrapping this interview up, you can tell everyone one more time where to find your music at, and then I will be going to the next one.
Spotify, YouTube. If you can think of a music platform, Versus Me is out. It's out now. Platforms coming soon. Mystery album doesn't yet. It's coming to you April 31st. If in between those 2 days, it'll be coming out. It's gonna be released. I might release something early, just to give you guys a taste. I did that last time. I released something early to give you guys a taste of what you got.
Awesome. Well, thank you for joining us joining me on the Indie Spotlight, and thank you for participating with me. And I hope to talk to you and interview you again in the near future.
Make sure you're paying attention to what's going on, because we definitely in the studio cooking up right now.
Yes. Awesome. Thank you, and have a good night.
You too.
Okay. So we just ended our interview with Siren'Ex and Quiz the God. Now we're going to start an interview with Frank. I think I.
Okay, here I come. All right, back.
Okay.
Y'all after this.
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to make sure I see
this, and this. All right. How you doing?
Hey, hello. So, how's your day going? How's your Friday going?
My day's going good so far.
Good. So normally I ask a nice set of questions. So my first question that I ask is, how did you come up with your name?
Well, when I first started when I was young and started selling drugs, I didn't want nobody to know my real name, so Frank. And then I got a couple of dollars, and the bank stuck, so that's what the streets gave me.
Okay, so Frankdabank is definitely a memorable name. What area are you from?
I'm from West Philly.
Okay, so you're from West Philly, and you're currently residing there now?
No, I don't live in PA.
Okay, so you live in PA.
No.
Okay, but you're from West Philly.
Yeah.
What is your inspiration behind your music? Like why you write it, or your inspiration behind it?
My life, everything I've been through.
Your life and
music is like the easiest way for me to just vent. I don't really do too much to talking to people, especially if I don't know you or trust you or no stuff like that. So I just write music.
Oh, okay, because I watched a few of your lives and watched a few of your stories, and I was like, oh, you look like someone could really get along, someone could really get along with. But you said, okay, so you like to keep your circle pretty small. I mean, not that I can blame you. So what type of music, or what type of what type of rap or type of music do you do, if you wanna? call it that?
I don't know. I just do it how I feel. I guess first and foremost, it would definitely stem from hip hop because that's like the first music that I know, and that's like what I listen to. That R&B. It's just a blend of just a bunch of different stuff. So whatever genre it fit in, I don't know. Because on one song I might rap, another song I might sing, another song I might speak a whole different language. So I don't know. I just make music how I feel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, that's what like I heard on like the music. I was like, well, yeah, like this sounds this like this is rap. I felt like it was that you had a song for like different moods, and like one might make me think about like just like hanging out with my friends, and then one feels like I want to like go somewhere and go on a tripping party. So okay, cool. Um, where can people find your music?
Everywhere.
Okay, everywhere.
Uh,
So this is what I say about this. When people normally think about music platforms and streams, probably only about four come to mind. Probably would be Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, Deezer, and possibly SoundCloud. So they're available on all those, right?
yes.
And you have a YouTube?
Yes, I have a YouTube. I only have
And
some
you have
music on SoundCloud.
only some.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have
Most
like probably I think like 2 songs on there. I never really mess with it. I got a SoundCloud, but I ain't mess with it yet. But all my music is on all the major streaming platforms.
I looked at a live that you had sent me earlier, which was really interesting.
I take it out. It's cold out there.
Which was really interesting to look at. So do you have any merchandise for sale?
Yeah, actually I do. I got some
Okay.
a clothing line coming soon in less than 30 days called Frankdabank TV Apparel, and I have another one coming out called Antonio Lamar. That's a sophisticated menswear line. So
Okay, so you have you have two clothing lines. One is called Antonio Lamar. That's a sophisticated line. You mean like slacks, business suits, dress shirts,
yeah,
ties, and stuff like that. When does that one happen?
I'm aiming for the summer because I'm still trying to find like a wholesaler for the material that I'm gonna have to get the stuff from. So I gotta still go through like a middleman type thing. Well, not actually a middleman. I still gotta find somebody to like make the suits and then like all that. Cause I have an online store. Like if you use the type in AntonioLamar.com, like
Okay, so AntonioLamar.com is an actual website.
yeah,
Okay, so it's an actual website. All right.
yeah, it's just
So
nothing on it right now. Yeah,
it's just nothing on it. Okay,
yeah,
until then. So it's just like under construction. But you have an actual website with a sophisticated clothing a sophisticated clothing line, Antonio Lamar, and you have AntonioLamar.com, but everything isn't uploaded yet. You guys are building it
yeah.
to put the clothes up there. Great.
Hmm.
So, but then you have a clothing line called Frankdabank TV. That's more like sportswear or streetwear or
Yeah,
like everyday wear,
yeah.
comfortable wear. Tell me about that.
I own the whole name, Frank the Bank TV, the Bank TV. Um, the domain names for it and everything. And the same with that, they're all under construction. Now I just actually yesterday I got all the materials I needed to start making my clothes. I just got my press yesterday and my cricket maker machine, so I'm hype about that. I ain't gonna be sleep for like the next 4 days messing with that. But
Okay.
so yeah.
Well, at least it definitely sounds like you have like like you have your head on straight, and that's always great. That's always good to see. So I don't know if you have it or not yet, but I would. I mean, I don't know if you have it or not yet, but or if you're going to make that, but you should, or are you, or you should make your merchandise available. Make an Instagram store, but did you think about that or no? I'm
Yeah.
not trying to like
No,
okay,
no,
cool,
no,
cool,
no. It's
okay, cool,
okay. No, it's okay.
okay, cool.
Yeah, this is an
Instagram
interview.
store.
This is what we're supposed to do. But
It's
no, yeah,
yeah,
I got all that written
okay,
down and play ready
and
to go and play when it's time to go. I don't
written
want yeah,
down.
like I don't mind doing tedious work, but I don't like doing tedious unnecessary work. It's like if I make an Instagram page for my clothing line now, it would be pointless because I don't have the merchandise yet. It's
Right.
not like the merchandise is coming like tomorrow or something, because I can make an
Oh, right.
Instagram page in like 10 minutes or all that stuff.
Right.
Now, for starters, when my merchandise is complete and ready, because the first thing that's going to come is Frankdabank TV. That's the streetwear stuff. That's going to come in like the next like 3 weeks. And when that comes, that's going on my website. I have that's frankdabanktv.com. That's United Masters / frankdabanktv.com. And yeah, all my merchandise is going to be on there for starters. And then right afterwards is going to be on Facebook, Instagram, everything else.
Okay. Well, that's smart. Like that you have you have a plan, you have a business plan. And half of the ideas of the business plans that you make, like you said, they need to be written down. I know a lot of times like you get tired of like writing down business plans and you just feel like you be in execution mode where you want to execute everything, but definitely the plan, trusting the process of the plan before you do one thing.
Oh, most definitely.
What's the best advice you would give to an up and coming artist or rapper?
Do your research. Like, study this genre. Like your whatever your music is your child, and you about to like bring this genre into the world. And the world first is going to come into is the industry. That shit is cutthroat. And what I mean by the industry, I just mean dealing with people in that lane of entertainment. It's like everybody got their own agenda. It's like the reality of life turned up to a bean, all like crammed into a can. You see a lot of stuff like real close up, and you wouldn't think that like, oh, this is how it is. Like, no, this is business. Like, if you don't know, you can't expect for somebody to just look out and tell you. That's the advice I'm gonna give somebody. So, learn it. Force yourself to think of other stuff to perfect your craft and try to think outside the box with it, because yeah, that'll help.
I agree. I often say like be a jack of all trades and a master of one. And I was talking about this in the interview I was having with Siren'Ex earlier, that it is 80% business and 20% talent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we do have to get the business aspect together, especially as artists. We do have to get the business aspect together, especially as artists, and we do need to. A lot of artists don't look at the artists that are not as popular anymore. You know, it pays to look at somebody that like has been through some things. You know, has been through some things that can tell you some things. Because if you get the business part, like you said, if you get the business part right and your website and your strategies right, you pretty much have the formula for making
to be able to sustain yourself somewhat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's all.
Yeah,
because a lot of people, what I learned is that a lot of people are not aware of the world that we live in. And what I mean by that is like, all right. Yeah, like just aware of everything going on around you, the good and the bad. Taking advantage of your resources around you, knowing what is your resources. I can do this, I can't do this. I can do this to find out this. I want to do this, so I have to do this in order to get this. Like, you understand what I'm saying? A lot of people don't like really understand that concept. So like,
so do you have any upcoming projects?
Yes. I'm working on an EP right now. The EP is going to be called Love Me Cause I'm Real. And
Love Me Because I'm Real?
Yeah, Love Me Cause I'm Real.
Oh, Love Me Cause I'm Real.
Yeah, it's going to be called Love Me Cause I'm Real. Part 2, because I already got the first one out. And then right after that, I'm going to drop my first full-fledged official mixtape called Pieces of Me. That's going to come around like probably like June, July, because I really want to put some time into like the promotion behind it. Like I want it to like be right. So yeah, like
Yeah.
June, middle of June, July. That's when my first official mixtape is gonna come out. Pieces of Me.
So Pieces of Me, your first official mixtape will come out in July, around July 2021.
Mm-hmm.
But the one before that, what is that one called?
Love Me Cause I'm Real, Part 2.
Love Me Because I'm Real Part 2. When is
Yeah.
that coming?
I could drop it now, but I got a
Mhm.
single that I just released. So I got a video that's coming for that. So I'm gonna drop it.
Okay.
Yeah, I got the video coming for that. So I'm gonna do that first, and then right after that, that's when I'm gonna drop it. Cause the EP is done.
Right. So do you feel if you had a chance to work with any mainstream artist, like who do you feel like you would want to work with? It doesn't have to be artist or just someone that's mainstream.
Man, that's hard.
Well, we could come back to the question. It is hard.
I ain't gonna. No, I got it. His name is Black 666 Lack.
Six Lack. Okay, I know who
Oh
you're
man,
talking about.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's a beast. He's a beast. I
Yeah.
like his music. His first album, I liked that one. I like that
Yeah.
one a lot. His sound
Uh,
is crazy.
yeah.
Yeah, his whole vibe is crazy. Yeah, I dig it. That's my wave right there. That's my lane.
How long, Exo? So how long have you actually been rapping and writing?
Well, I always wrote music. I just ain't.
Okay.
I always wrote music, but I ain't start doing it till August.
Okay, so you just start doing it in August, and you was able to drop all those songs on a digital platform, and that was like stuff that you had, and you start dropping it.
No, I ain't like I didn't really get into a studio like officially until August. Like I was in studios before, but
Mhm.
it wasn't catered to me. I'm just gonna keep it straight
Mhm.
to it. It wasn't catered to me. When I was
Right.
able to go to a studio in August, it was catered to me.
Right. Okay. Okay. What artists and bands have you worked with, or who you're working with, or have worked with in the past?
Uh, Let me see in the past. R.I.P. to my guy Tim Boulders, man. That's my man too. I work with him. We got a song. We got a song together. I ain't put it out yet. I released. Um, I work with there's one artist from out Philly. His name No Reason.
Okay.
I like his music. And yeah, that's it. The next person I'm about
Okay.
to work with is my guy. This is my guy. His name's Seven, and he hot. But that's the next person I'm about to work with. I don't really be like trying like I ain't gonna say I'm not opposed to working with nobody, but I just be doing my own thing if it makes sense.
Right. I know what you mean. You're just not. You haven't been deep in collaboration. Um. I mean, I can kind of understand that because sometimes it can go both ways. Either you can collaborate and like it'd be like the worst experience you had,
No, it
have,
ain't that.
and or you can collaborate and have a good experience. I mean, I'm
That's
talking for
definitely
me.
true. No, that's definitely true.
Like,
Yeah, that's definitely true. But
mm,
no, it's more like I don't know. The thought never. It's not like I don't feel like it or do or don't. It's just the thought never crossed my mind. And like, all right, yeah, let me just find somebody to try to make a song. Where it's like I'm comfortable. Like I'm having fun with what I'm doing. And
hmm
when I get the feeling, like, all right, a feeling come over, like, all right, let me see if I should just go work with somebody. Then I go with it. But yeah, I don't go seek it out.
um, okay. You know, the only the only hard thing that I had going on when I was to collaborate with with different people. sometimes you do want to just like not have a whole lot of work with other people because you have the time management. You get to make your turnaround rate and put your song out when you want. When you're working with other entities and other people, you have to sit and wait if they don't hold professionalism to the same level that you do. And when you want to get your products out and they don't understand it, there's always some type of learning curve or some type of curve there. When I'd be like, I went into the studio, I don't want certain things happening because I want to get this product out now.
No, I'm gonna be
And
honest with you. It's not. I don't know. It's not like that in the studio. At least with me, it'd be cool.
right.
Yeah, like I don't be thinking of it like that. It's just like I might be in the studio and it just hit me out of nowhere. Oh shit! All right, boom. Let me just go on my call log or scroll through my Facebook or Instagram and just see if somebody wants to slide through the studio. That's how like
Right.
it's like on a spontaneous, like impulsive type thing. Like it's not like now if I do got a few people that I do want to work with in the city though. But other than that, like I don't know. I don't know. I'm just having
Who
fun
are
doing
those
music.
people if you want to share? If you don't, then you don't have to.
Say it again.
Who are those people that you want to work with? You
Oh,
don't have to share it if you don't want to.
the mob Meek Raw, she hot. I already told you my guy 7 hot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, my guy Free Glizzy hot.
Mm-hmm.
Duck God hot. There's a couple other people I can't think of them right away, but that was just the name of few.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was just the name of few that I can remember right off the top.
Cool.
But I'm gonna be honest though, I do not work with just anybody though. Like I like to make like good music. It could be a dumb song, but the dumb song still has to have substance. If it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like yeah, I don't want to just make anything. Like I like music. I don't do all that screaming, talking
Okay.
about nothing, nonsense and stuff like that. So
You want your stuff to have integrity and substance.
yeah, I'm a grown man at the end of the day with a child. So
Right, yeah, like you
yeah,
just too old to be talking about shit like that now.
yeah,
Like,
like
no. No, let me stop. So yeah, that I agree, but I think like a lot of I think like what a lot of artists have to do is like pass like just like pass on their knowledge and stuff like that, and to help other people and to just I notice like I just to give more to be open and to give more people a chance
mm-hmm.
to collaborate with, even if it doesn't, even if you're not like, because I know a lot of people like that I might not necessarily be like fans of or whatever, but they're a good team member. Like,
No,
you know,
I
like you
understand what you're
like
saying.
I rather work with this person on a team, even though I'm not really like feeling your music. But as a team setting, you're better than the person that has the huge talent because I've worked with, talked to people and been around people that were hugely talented, but they were like, they're late. And I'm just a big I'm just like a big heckler on like time.
Yeah, I'm
Like I
real
feel like if you
time
don't do
efficient too.
time stuff, you'll lose like some,
Yeah, I'm real
like you might
time
lose some
efficient
opportunity.
too. If you can't be on time, that says a whole lot to me. That says everything to me if you can't be on time.
Right, without telling or like without warning the person before, like yeah. So I think that's a good thing to keep up. And could you tell? So I try to reiterate like when people can find your music and stuff like that for the people that might have just came in and
Mm-hmm.
joined. So where can everyone find your music from
I'm
and your
on
videos?
I'm on Spotify. I'm on Apple Music, Tidal, Deezer, Napster, YouTube Music, Amazon Music, Pandora, iHeartRadio, any streaming service that you can type into your app or you just happen to see on your app that plays music, I am on there. You just got to type my name in all together.
Yes, like
Yeah, it's an imposter running around that took my whole name. Like,
So they name came up after yours?
I don't know.
It's so many people with like. Sometimes I look at my name and I'm like, oh, like dang, like. So like this, right?
Yep.
Okay, so that's cool. So what else did I have to ask? Is there where do you see the future of live performance in the music industry during COVID-19?
Streaming.
All stream.
Streaming, and if you know somebody who knows somebody, then you'll be able to get to them private events.
You'll be able to perform in private events.
Oh, you talk about as far as being able to perform?
Yeah, like the music industry and live music industry.
Oh, the same formula applies. You just got to know somebody that's in, and you already know money talks. You got to pay your way in, and then you in there. Then you figure out how to network from there, learn, gather information, see how it operates, and apply what needs to be applied from there.
Right. When do you think like live performance will resume? Because people are definitely going to be going to see any and everybody, probably even if they don't like to act.
I think definitely by the summer it's going to be a whole lot more. Because they be promoting. It's some live festival. Where is it at? It's some live festival that's happening. And Post Malone and some other people was like big name people supposed to be performing there. And it got me under the impression that it's outdoors, or like it's just where like I guess stuff like that shouldn't be happening now during the COVID. But yeah,
I call it like super spreading entertainment, but that's me. Like like but that's like the business. Like it's just capitalistic because a lot of times a lot of things die out because like live performance is a huge part. Is 50% of the music business, and 50% is like streaming. And we're under we're under the impression like different gurus and different people have artists and performance under the impression that it is all streaming when it is half and half.
Yeah, it's half and half.
Yeah, like there's like certain stuff you're not going to do when you're streaming, and there's certain places that streaming reach that you can't reach live performing, and there's certain places live performing reaches that streaming can't.
I don't know. I think the people who invent all this stuff, I think they kind of got it a little bit where they think everything is about to go, but the notion that I have, the intuition, inkling, whatever you want to call it, that I really think that damn near everything is about to be monitorized, because you can damn near do it now. Like you can just monitorize everything. And I'm talking about I get paid for video gaming, like stuff like that. Like how you get paid to sit there and just play video games all day. Like stuff like that. Streaming music online. These live streaming concerts and stuff that we're talking about now. Trying to figure out, is it still gonna be here in the future or not? Stuff like that. I really think that everything is about to be drive towards this digital era, like on some weird Hunger Games type stuff, to where like if you have money, then you could live cool and be able to, you live cool. But if you don't, you're just gonna see stuff that all on TV and think that this is not even real. Like I think they're like trying to put like a separation between like the rich and the poor. I'm not trying to say like Hunger Games. I'm just using that as an example.
But no, I understand. I understand where you're going. But oh God, the live is going to end in a minute because you can't stay on longer than 60 minutes. So what I believe is that streaming services is the new record company, and record companies bought streaming services so that they can own again, and that we're still being owned again and monetized again. And we think that we're free and we're putting our free music out there, but it's still getting set. The tone is still getting set.
It's the actual opposite. If a person is smart enough, a person can really stay independent and really make a real good living. That's why I say they got to know the business. Because if you know the difference.
I'm sorry, we're actually ending in about 10 seconds. I'm trying to make sure that this doesn't go off in time, but it's getting ready to end now. I had a really nice time talking to you, and I